Greetings and salutations. I always forget to put my light on until I can see it, and then it's like, oh, that's a little dark, isn't it? I am Kyron Russmore, and welcome to my stream. This is the continuation on of Xcom 2, War of the Chosen. I got all the DLCs installed, so that's certainly keeping things a lot fresher than the base game, but also it's a lot fresh because I don't know what I'm doing half of the time. I managed to take out one of the Chosen, so at some point I'm going to probably try and hunt the other two, and God, my bandana is off. No, wrong way. There we go. And then gotta try and tie the smeg up at the back. There we go, that at least looks semi-even. Yeah. Hey Mike, how goes it? Wibble! Tell you, this is... So, playing Hitman in caps is my stealth view finger. Yeah, that's fair. It's one of them where there's so many video games where even if it's not the caps lock itself, whether it's a tab and you just accidentally tap the caps lock and then you come out of it and it's like, my keyboard's all funky. But no harm, you know, at least you're not in... You used it accidentally, and then you remember to turn it off. It's when people intentionally turn it on and leave it on just perpetually, and it's like, why are you doing this? I can understand, you know, I've seen one or two things around the internet where it's like, you know, somebody types in all caps and it's like, that's considered shouting around here, and it's all like, well, I'm 73 and a little bit blind, so it's kind of appropriate. I can see it better when I type in all caps, and it's like, okay, and you know, it's all good stuff. But it's only when you use it intentionally to annoy somebody that it actually bothers me, and you know, it's my chat channel, so I'd just kick them out if I did that. There is going to be a slight change in my schedule, starting from next week. So, I don't usually do this at the top, I usually do this at the end, but I'll be doing it in both places just in case. On Mondays you can find me over at Manapot Studios, where I'm gymming I'll get to that in a moment. Where I am jamming a actual play live stream of Starfinder's Adventure Path Fly 3 or Die, a stream that we call All That Glitters Explode. Feel free to go check them out on the Mondays, where you can see me, Retro Ted, Krifu Banal, J-Station 64 and Crit Commissions play some Starfinder. On Tuesdays, starting from next week, I will actually be playing some Final Fantasy XIV, which is the MMO, on stream, with my friend Crit Commissions, who, they're a really big fan of the game. They can't wait until the next expansion comes out. They really want me to try to get to the next expansion as soon as possible. There's a reasonably good chance that I'm not going to make it for the release. There's a very good chance I'm not going to make it for the release. Not unless I start playing now, and every spare moment I have I just play Final Fantasy XIV and potentially skip some of the dialogue as well. So that'll be happening next Tuesday. Thursday will always be the XCOM 2, and Fridays will be alternating between Resident Evil 4 and Hitman 3, as long as there's a Hitman 3 elusive target. Now that's all out of the way. Also done a quick test of the mission creation in Hitman. Not sure if it'll let you view it, but there's always that if you're bored. Also, I finished XCOM 2 earlier today. I'm guessing you mean the XCOM 2 earlier today, because that's what you've been playing. So I've boosted the difficulty and started an Iron Man. You mad bastard. It's one of them where it's like, when I finish a game, I do feel the desire to basically start again, but then I get so like a little bit into it, especially if it's increased difficulty, and it's just like, no, I've had enough of this nonsense for now, and I just go off and play something else. So It's just one of them for me. It's like I very rarely revisit. To be fair, apart from the games that I've played on stream, there's very few games that I've actually finished. Yeah, second mission in and one dead rookie. And that's just a start. I mean, what difficulty were you playing it on? Were you playing on the standard difficulty and save scumming to get past the early bump? Or have you always been... You were playing it on the easiest setting, which makes sense. It's one of them where it's like, I'm playing it on the easiest setting because, well, if you watch sessions 1 through 5, you just see the very steep decline into total chaos. Yeah, I only save scum a couple of missions. I'm only likely to do any of the save scumming for a few critical missions, especially if it's one of them where I have got a lot of individuals who are sort of like my highest ranking members. So Steam has done me the favor of logging me out, and now it wants my Steam guard code, and that doesn't come through to my watch, so I gotta go get my phone. But yeah, the rookie difficulty save scumming isn't as much of a necessary. I think, you know, if you really wanted to do a flawless run, you could save scum. And you could probably, without too much of a difficulty, do a zero death run with enough save scumming. It might not be the most flawless run in terms of doobly what's it, flibbity flob, the geoscape aspect of it. Still be interesting to see if F14 might get me to grab it again. Yeah, one of the things, so me and Crit Commissions, we're only going to be playing for something like 7 weeks. The 5th, the 12th, the 19th, the 26th, the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 weeks. Then, depending on how things are going, depends on what I'll be doing. I'll either be... so, the newest expansion releases on the 19th of November, at which point Crit Commissions will be abandoning me entirely in favour of going off and playing some of that. Can't say as I blame them. It's pretty much one of their all-time favourite games. And so at that point, I might go back to double streaming XCOM 2, or I'm tempted to continue streaming FF14, but starting either leveling an alt or doing something else. I've just realised something. So, the XCOM 2 Alien. Let's get into the game. The logo for XCOM 2. I'm not sure if it appears in the intro. But I've just loaded up the game. And it appears on the sort of like splash screen, 2K splash screen, just to sort of like, hey, here's a splash screen. Yeah, screw it. And I should be back. Aliens do be interfering with the signal. Welcome in, J-Station 64. How goes it? Gonna assume that you can hear... Just let me know if you can hear the game. I feel that you should be able to hear the game. But yeah, what I was talking about. So yeah, part of their logo banner thing for XCOM 2 is that like this alien skull made out of the skull or human skulls. And on the splash load screen, it actually looked like not all of the little skulls were human skulls. I think there was some faces in there. And I'm curious as to whose faces they were. But I couldn't get a good, decent look at it, and I can't be arsed trying to find it, especially seeing as though it feels like loading up and unloading the game and doing all that kind of thing seems to be interfering with the stream. How's it going, JStation64? I was just mentioning to the stream, mainly my cat, that starting from next week on Tuesdays, I'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV online with crit commissions for like 7 weeks on the Tuesdays, and then depending on how it goes, will kind of depend on what I do after that. Right. So we got that mission over there, we got that mission which is an unlocked area, but I couldn't do that one.
Didn't I warn you about pursuing the Elder's artifacts?
No.
You're not leaving me a lot of options.
Battle site, alien allies, and delirium. I think I'm here and I'm doing that. While I wait for this Berserker Queen autopsy.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Berserker Queen autopsy. Assign new research.
As Dr. Valen noted in her own report, it was irresponsible and borderline irrational for her to have pursued this research, knowing the incredible risks involved, not just to herself, but to what little of humanity as a whole remains.
Final Fantasy XIV, that'll be interesting. Yeah, it's the online one. New Proving Grounds project, the Rage suit. Yeah, so we're not going to be starting Final Fantasy XIV from the start because my character in that is already... They're coming up to the end of the first expansion. My connection is unstable, apparently. Please go green again. Think you might be dropping frames like a mofo. Only got one warning. One of them fun little things where it's like, I've literally got I've just turned on the computer, it's not been up for long, I've not loaded up anything that I didn't need to. Yeah, for some reason this week, I'm dropping frames. So yeah, won't be starting afresh, we'll be starting from wherever we left off, which is towards the end of the first expansion. As of the last time that I played, going to be continuing on, hopefully get part way through the second expansion, maybe up to the third expansion, I don't know. I know that we're in Heavenswood. I can't remember which expansion we're going into, which expansion is the latest, or the name of the new expansion that is out in November, so... Yeah. Anyway, despite a thorough examination of the modified Berserker variant known as Subject Beta, I've yet to uncover any meaningful justification for the enhancement equipment provided by Dr. Valen to the creature as it relates to her own research. Let me be clear, I fully understand the creature's enhanced endocrine systems requires the addition of this supplementary transport and filtering mechanism to maintain hormonal equilibrium. As well, I admit it is a reasonably elegant solution to an otherwise daunting question. What I cannot understand is why it was necessary for Dr. Valen to take this relative certainty beyond the theoretical stage. There was no need for a proof of concept here. The end result was no doubt as clear as to her as it is now to me now. I firmly believe she made a conscious decision to see her work through to the end, knowing full well the risk not only to herself but everyone else who might encounter Subject Beta in the future. I am thankful we found the creature when we did, and that our forces were capable of neutralizing such a formidable energy. The senior staff have agreed that the remains of the Beta will best be utilized as part of an enhanced armor suit. Although the actual conversion process sounds like something that would have been better handled by Dr. Varlin herself. Okay, I am dropping frames like a mofo. It is possible to retrofit the exceptionally durable skin of the Berserker Queen into a high-powered bodysuit. Advanced data padding decryption inspired. Purifier autopsy now instant. Chrysalid autopsy now instant. Berserker autopsy now instant. I was going to play around with settings. Alright, let's burn through this. And is it actually... It might just be my internet connection. Or have I jammed up completely? Oh no, I've not jammed up completely. It is terrible though. That's a thing that I've not done. I forgot to put it into performance mode. See if that helps clear it up. Berserker autopsy.
This fearsome creature, long referred to as a berserker, is clearly a genetic relation to the other mutant species we have encountered in the field. For reasons yet unknown, this particular variant is unique in that it is altogether consumed by what can only be described as blind rage, a thirst for combat, unlike any other creature we've encountered. As if the typical mutant wasn't aggressive enough, this hulking beast seems dangerous even in death. I will be more than happy to dispose of it once I file my report.
I forgot to put it into performance mode. Hopefully that's gonna help clear it up a little bit. We'll get through this research, and if it's still being a slideshow, then we'll figure something else out. This berserker was quickly tagged by our forces in the field as a berserker. This species was quickly tagged in by forces in our field as a berserker, based on its often irrational aggressive behavior on the battlefield. Upon initial examination, it is difficult to ignore the extreme muscle growth present throughout the specimen, leaving little need for extensive armor or even conventional weaponry for that matter. I suspect that the added bulk of the subject is a direct result of the intentional protein deficiency engineered by the aliens explicitly to create a hulking mass we see today. As for its behavior, I can only infer that it was intended as well, as the aliens are well within their capability of manipulating the endoserine glands, or equivalent of for the purposes of hormonal behavior control. In any case, this is an extremely dangerous and unstable species, best avoided by our troops at anything other than long range. Howdy, Retro Ted, how's it going? The overdrive serum. The overdrive serum, derived from the adrenal glands of a berserker alien, boosts the soldier's nervous system, resulting in greater mobility and significant damage resistance for multiple terms. Overdrive serum can only be used in combat once. It will be removed from the soldier's inventory permanently once activated. Chrysalid autopsy.
Presumably, the name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies, created as a byproduct of the chrysalid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species. Even my own intellectual curiosity is not enough to overcome my doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
I'm not bad, Ted. A bit tired as always, but hey ho, that's how it goes. Just had a couple of hiccups in the start of the stream and disconnected me once, and it seems to be a bit of a slideshow, but I think I've got it under control now. I think. An inherently terrifying and unpleasant species to encounter by surprise. I can only admire our troops for their courage in dealing with this species known as a chrysalid. Mirroring the general form of a common arthropod, immediately noticeable is the sleek armored exoskeleton protecting its segmented body. Of particular concern for our troops are the honed points of the chrysalis fangs and legs. Capable of inflicting critical injuries on their own, they also allow for the creature's gruesome means of rapid reproduction in the field. Although Central Officer Bradford insists that he witnessed a different, equally invasive means of chrysalis gestation during the early stages of the war, there is no evidence that such an attack still occurs today. Unfortunately, from what he described, I would say that the aliens have actually evolved the process into a more efficient and deadly solution. The chrysalis we see today inject a venom that immediately begins softening the structure of the victim's internal organs, preparing the subject to serve as both the material for the gestation cocoon and as a ready supply for nutrients for the chrysalid young. Should the victim fail to receive medical support and expire, the cocoon will form shortly thereafter. Assuming the cocoon is not destroyed until during the initial gestation period, we can expect up to 3 chrysalid young to emerge after an impressively short period of growth. Recent reports from the field indicate some form of burrowing behavior, perhaps another evolution of the past techniques. In this case, likely for defensive purposes, our troops will be well advised to watch where they step in the future. Hellweave. Hellweave not only grants a bonus to soldier health, but will return any damage to any enemy melee attackers, and grants a 100% chance to set them afire. Nice. No issues your end, just in time for the creepy alien biopsy. Fun. Picture looks a lot like Boss Nass of the Gungan leader. Which one was that? Was it the chrysalis? I can't find chrysalis autopsy. Give me this thing over here. I can kind of see it, but also you're using a phone. You want to look at it on not a phone. It's not what it looks like on not a phone. It's always setting things on fire with Chiron. Yeah, it's always setting things on fire with me.
Of the specialized advent unit identified as the Purifier, I have found clear evidence of genetic modification to the subject's thermoregulatory glands. These changes, in conjunction with their specialized armor, give the Purifiers an impressive heat tolerance, bordering on total immunity.
Officially designated as a purifier unit among Advent various field deployed personnel, these hybrid soldiers appear to have been specifically designed and equipped for high temperature exposure. In the field, the purifier is unique in its exclusive wielding of a portable flamethrower, no doubt Advent's direct response to the increasing number of Lost that seem to be overtaking the outlying territories. However, despite their oftentimes reckless use of these flammable materials, the purifier is seemingly immune to the intense heat and even direct exposure to the flames that accompany their gruesome work. Although I would have initially hypothesized that much of this tolerance comes from the design of their armor, my autopsy has revealed something else entirely. While a cursory examination would have us believe that the purifiers are different from other humanoid Advent forces, this is not the case. The skin of the purifier is wholly unique, whereas we may find 10 or 20 layers of interwoven cells in a typical human. The outer epidermal layer of the purifier is nearly 3 times that thickness in any given area of the body, with an unusual capacity for both absorption and retention of moisture. Hey, greetings, Saber. How goes it? Thank you for the raid. Working in conjunction with armor specifically designed to support this function by pulling moisture from the surrounding atmosphere, the purifier is essentially immune to the oppressive heat generated by their own weaponry. While I would be remiss to praise the aliens for their questionable practices, I must admit their ingenuity in approaching these targeted genetic manipulations is nothing short of exceptional. Finished the Final Fantasy 15 stream. I know next to nothing about Final Fantasies other than I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 and it's online. And even that I don't really know much about. I'm a potato. And Tataru is my favorite. Also good news, I have 50 followers. I just need to raise my watches up to 3.1 or above average. Nice. Yeah, that's always a fun thing. It's like Boy Band Road Trip, the game, is Final Fantasy 15 in a nutshell. Fair enough. But yeah, it's always the problem with streaming. It's like you need to stream for so many hours to get affiliated, as well as streaming when there's people watching for enough that's actually going to get the views to get you affiliated. It's a game that the Noctis and the Regalia car is from. Fair enough. Like I say, I know next to nothing. Reinforced underlay. The Advent Purifier armor features a number of improvements designed by Advent to enhance the tolerance to environmental hazards. We've mirrored some of these changes to increase the durability of our armor underlays. All vest utility items now provide an extra +1 health. Nice. Alright, so now we've finally got the Advent data pad decryption inspired. This is actually going to take some time, so I click on this, and then I can get away from that. The Armory. No, engineering.
What can I do for you, Commander?
You can take me to the proving ground. And we can choose a project. And we can look at the rage suit.
We knew the aliens couldn't be trusted, but their message has always been louder than ours.
I'm actually gonna... Do I have an exosuit? I'm pretty sure I've got an exosuit. I forgot that I made exosuits.
We can't let this go on.
But let us build the, I mean, you know more about Final Fantasy than I do, fair enough. I get to the 7 days easily enough, and the 40 hours as well. I usually stream for about 3 to 4 hour streams.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Okay, so that's the rage suit in progress. Is there an engineer that I can borrow from anywhere? I don't think I can. Not comfortably. To the bridge! Yeah, I have an exosuit. I just haven't seen it in a while. Like, maybe I keep forgetting to equip it. Or somebody died with it on, which I think means that you lose it. Or I've just not been paying attention. Recovered data from the datapad 43 intel. Assign new research. The Advent datapad is a basic field unit designed for storing and transferring intelligence that the aliens seem to otherwise incapable of disseminating through various communication networks. Although some effort was required to interpret the alien file system and decrypt their data, it seems as though Advent purposely kept the device's overall function relatively simple. The evidence is little more than circumstantial, but the design of these systems could be some indication of the lower ranking Advent troops' overall mental acuity outside of designated tactical scenarios. Whew, that was a lot of words. So I'm just going to leave those until they become instant. We need our Arch on autopsy for that. Research the assassin's weapons.
I will make that our highest priority.
You will do, because I just told you to. What do we have under this? Oh, we've got encrypted Cortex data, which, again, it's something that I need to do at some point. It just makes the average viewer number the biggest font. Yeah, that's always a difficult one. That's the one that I found the most difficult. Saw it on your last stream VOD this morning. I think it is still rocking about somewhere. Yeah, probably.
We are victorious, and the cause is advanced.
Woo! Resistance contacts increased by 1. Carlotta Doc Blanco is now level up. Assign new covert action. What are you getting? You're not getting anything. So we're going to send out Jolt to deal with that. I need to send a skirmisher. And who are you bonded with, skirmisher? You're bonded with Galaka the Fallen. So the other person will be a Galaka. Galaka. Alright. To a certain degree, I want to try and get rid of these 3 chosen before too long. I might do some of these others if they're really needed. I don't actually know, and Micah, if you're still around, might actually be able to give me a little bit of insight as to sort of like how far do you feel that I am through the game so far. We are so 5, 9. This is a 9 session, so this will be. Why can I not do 9 times 3 in my head? 27 hours into it. Roughly. Not you, J-Station. I think I'm slightly more than 12% of the way through it. View soldiers. You get a promotion. You get to be a field medic, because that's all specialists are good at, but they're really good at it. Romano and Blanco, the deadly duo. You skulljacked a codex yet? I don't think I've skulljacked a codex yet. All I've skulljacked so far is one guy. I think.
Long have my kind struggled.
I'll never keep up with all the terms these kids use these days.
Pursued us to no end, stealing our newly earned freedom. Today, you have dealt the
Oh, blah blah blah, whatever.
and for
Right. Can I finish this? No, I cannot. New target is acquired. Review targets. Alright, so we've got guarantees reinforcements and all guerrilla ops. Not great. Left behind, there is a risk of capture on all covert actions. And we've got Lost World. A Lost Swarm may occur in any mission. The Lost Swarm doesn't really bother me too much. The left behind is a bit problematic and gets me an engineer, and this will get me supplies and guarantees reinforcements on all guerrilla ops. Oh, this is a guerrilla ops. Okay. I mean, I'm not too... I think this is probably the best one to go for because the risk of capturing the covert operations is likely to be a pain in the arse. Okay, so you have a bit of way to go yet. I need to set up Streamlabs for alerts since Twitch is being sent to Junkbox for some reason. Oh, if it's any help, I managed to complete my game by 22:02:2036. That would kind of help. Sitrep, automated defenses. Intel suggests a high concentration of robotic enemies at the mission site. Not of concern. What is slightly concerned is that there's an enemy unknown there. So, yeah, more bad guys. Woo!
Setting course for Chile.
Setting course for Chile. Never thought that it was pronounced Chile. I always pronounced it Chile. Don't know if there's any... So yeah, there's the exosuit. It is still in use. Oh, shoot. I believe they've got the spider suit. I don't know whether it's a proper pronunciation. Oh, so it should be Chile. From the end screen results on your Discord chat. By the way, everybody who's here, I think everybody who's here is already part of my Discord, but if anybody's watching this, I have a Discord and you're all more than welcome to join it. A link should come through at chat at some point. I'm waving over there because my chat feed is over there. Right. So I've got a sharpshooter, I've got a reaper, I got a ranger, I got 2 rangers. Not sure if I want 2 rangers. It's also another good way of bringing it up. Which reminds me I need to do some organizing on that at some point. Right. So Grenadier is not bonded with anybody. You're bonded with Debbie Boom Boom. Why is Debbie Boom Boom not on this mission? I'm pretty sure she's fine. Yeah, so we're going to remove you as a Grenadier. We got a ranger, and a grenadier, and a sharpshooter. Sorry, a specialist, a ranger, a grenadier, a ranger, and a sharpshooter. That means I would like somebody else. I was going to take the Outrider, but she's gravely wounded. Let's take Wraith instead. Right. You've got the fancy weapon, you've got that stuff. You've got... Well, let's make everything available first. You got the armor, you got the gun. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. Build items. Armor. I have the money for that. Just get everybody. Well, actually, no, you take a nano medkit because you're a specialist, but you get some hell leave. I love the way that there is like burn chance of 101%. Why does Retro Ted look like look so much like Namo the Submariner? The actual in-game character, not the actual Retro Ted, that is. I don't know who Namor of the Submariner is. by the way. You know, references, don't get them. Let's give you some Hellweave, let's give you an acid grenade. Let's give you a mag cannon, let's give you an exosuit. Let's give you some Hellweave. And have we got an upgraded storm gun? We got 2 upgraded storm guns. Bum. Sorted yours out. Did I sort yours out? No, I didn't sort yours out. Here, I have a fancy, thank you. What's the difference? Miss shot damage. +1 damage. When you don't have any varieties. Alright. I do believe we are ready to go. Big old Marvel character not made their way to the big screen yet, as far as I understand. He's been in a lot of Fantastic Four stories, especially the cartoon. He's Marvel's version of Aquaman, basically. Also, he has wings on his feet and can fly. Still no idea who you're on about. I barely know who Aquaman is. But as JStation64 would like to point out, I am relatively uncultured.
As far as we can tell, this forge is some sort of alien production facility, most likely tied to that stuff we found at the Black Site. Advent and the alien forces won't be happy to see us, so expect heavy resistance.
Is this where I'm supposed to be going? I have a feeling that this is the wrong mission. I think I should have been doing something else before this. But oh well, we'll do this and then figure out what I was supposed to be doing. Hopefully.
This is Avenger. The facility is in range. Move to investigate.
God, that's so far away.
Our position is masked.
It's not where I wanted you to grapple to.
Recibido.
That's where I want you to grapple to. Right, how far does that get us? Yeah, there does seem to be a moat, although I do see a bridge here. We say moat, it doesn't look like it's filled with water or anything. It looks like it just goes off into the abyss. I'm sure we'll get a better view of it when we get closer.
Getting it done.
Seeing as though we got eyes up there and they're not seeing anything, I'm just going to move forward rather quickly.
Affirmative.
While the coast is clear. You really can move, so you're going to take
I
point.
can cover it.
Yeah, I think all the... So there's
Location
3
confirmed.
factions. One is voiced by Troy from Next Generation. One is voiced by Worf from Next Generation. And I can't remember... Is it Q from the other one?
In position.
Got my eyes on.
Oh, that's a thing.
The aliens used this to defeat most of Earth's heavy conventional forces. It can punch through armor just as easily as it chews through infantry. Be careful.
Yeah, no shit. Alright, let's
Will do.
move up
need to ask twice.
Well, good, because I'm only going to ask you twice. I ordered you to go somewhere, you go there. God dang it.
I understand.
Trying to stay out of that thing's way.
10-4.
It's a terrible place to be.
Double time.
Thing is, if this starts going wrong, them being up here is a great place to be.
Overwatch.
That's what I was worried about.
Moving to designated position. Eyes on the prize.
Is it a chicken walker? Yes, it's a chicken walker.
Recibido. Estoy vigilando.
Debbie Boom Boom. I'd like you to go up there.
Roger. I got my eyes on.
You can get closer, but everywhere closer is a terrible
Heading to
idea.
that location. Scanning.
Roger that. Scanning.
Alright. It's showtime.
Their armor is decent.
Revealed.
They're out in the open now.
And ambush. Thank you. And then it exploded.
Right on schedule.
Mechlord can summon robotic allies immune to melee, regeneration, weaknesses is shell shocked. This chosen takes increased damage from explosions and takes increased damage from skirmishers. Unfortunately, our skirmisher is busy at the moment. Look, you just saw what we did to the mech. The giant chicken walker thing we just managed to blow up without even batting an eyelid.
Try to take it out.
And wow, it really did just explode into nothingness. I want you to nip out there and grab that stuff. Delirium Core, superior enhanced expanded magazine, alien data cache, and Delirium Core. Nice.
You're not the top of the food chain anymore.
Channel that Ewok energy. I mean, I don't have any cabling for taking down chicken walkers.
Running. Got a group of hostiles over here.
do you mean you can't see them? You're supposed to be good at the pole. I'll move up then.
Voy a ello.
I don't need no stinging ladders. Right, you're still in concealment, so... You're gonna go there.
On the move.
I heard my name while reading the Gruffalo. What did I do? You just look like somebody that looks like somebody I don't know. In game, this is not you. I can't actually bring up a decent profile of you at the moment, so you'll just have to base it off what Saber and J Station say you kind of look like. Oh.
Getting nervous yet?
Should I be? Why would I be nervous?
Orders confirmed. On the
Move
move.
up to that one. Zach McCracken. Alright, I will name somebody Zach McCracken for you, Retro Ted. That was a absolutely useless
Affirmative.
picture,
Covering now.
thing, whatever it was.
I'm all over it.
I don't really want to be sending you too far up the front. You're the healer. You'll be fine. Oh, you've been spotted. Don't really want to be up there. Need you to get to that tower. That's where I need you to go. Let's see if anyone gets that reference. Love the way that you think that I'm ever going to get a single reference. I mean, you've probably been seen. Is there a research path to get yourself your own chicken walker? No, but that could be his nickname. Call sign Phil. Zach McCracken with a call sign of Phil. Yep, I'm at a total loss.
Got it covered.
Wait, we have not got a Zap Brannigan in the squad yet. We don't have a Zap Brannigan in the squad yet.
I'll be swift.
Because I'm Zap Brannigan. My solution to the alien problem is just send waves and waves of soldiers at people. Love the way that they're walking off while their allies are currently running at us. It's like they don't talk.
I'm busted.
Oh, I hate the psionic bomb. That is the worst. Zap Brannigan. I mean, you're also annoying.
Run, and you can't hide.
When the Chosen begins hunting, it begins tracking a unit. He is setting up a shot for the next turn. The soldier can prevent that shot by moving out of the hunter's line of sight, or can decrease the chance by hunkering down. I mean, you're the one who's being hunted, right?
Lanzando gancho.
Bye! very exposed up there.
I hope you've got a good medic on the team.
Yeah, I got a good medic on the team, don't worry about it. Turns out the aliens had built in kill count, so if I just sent wave after wave of Xcom into them until we were completely victorious. Right, men? Yeah, sure. Supplies.
Hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Where's the fun in that? No, I want you to slash at them.
So, you brought a sword to a gunfight.
Yes, I brought a sword to a gunfight. You three need to get out of that blast zone.
I'm going. Oh yeah.
I can cover it.
Yes, I knew you can. That's why I told you to go there. When did this turn into Warhammer 40k? The moment they decided to use psionic bombs. This is why I brought knives to a gunfight.
Position compromised.
Hi.
That's right.
I hope it's worth it.
Oh, piss off. Really didn't need that right now.
I'm ready. That armor's tough.
Let's get it on already.
Don't worry, we have more men than they have ammo.
They might seem mindless, but they still hit pretty hard, right?
Win off the armor.
No place for you to go now.
Thank you didn't get knocked out. You're the medic.
I don't feel so good.
Look, will everybody just stop getting shot? Oh. Loyu is KIA. Debbie Boom Boom is going boom boom.
Combat eventually. We just have to give them enough time to recover properly.
Retro Ted, you are the medic.
En marcha.
Fuck it, it'll do. No, I want you to run up and slash them. From this side of the fence.
I definitely got that one.
Re-up and reload.
God damn it. Why can you not see anybody from there? Right, I need you to somehow shoot both of them in one Pikean round.
Okay, so I got one.
I almost feel bad for them. They've got no idea what they're in for.
I'm ready.
Oh, don't run up and slash certain mechs, they explode on death. I mean, I ignore the advice. What's a what's life without a little danger? Despite knowing that the purifiers will explode, I've run up and slashed them, and it's like, please don't die.
That all you got?
There's nowhere to go.
I'm pretty sure there is somewhere to go. It's called Everywhere You're Not. Ah, so it only actually covers this person. Which is surprisingly easy to get out of.
I'm trusting you here.
I would like you to shoot that guy. Thank you.
I got it, right?
But if you run up to there, you're no longer...
Too far.
You're behind heavy cover.
Unmistakable.
Ah, god damn it. Why are you running inside, you coward?
Desviado.
Already there.
I mean, if you were already there, then I wouldn't tell you to run over there. Right, everything out here is dead.
Got it, moving.
Yes, and judging by the subject's condition, I would say it was recently manufactured.
No wonder they just keep coming.
I've installed a few games today, mainly all real-time strategy games. I've forgotten how easy life was with installs like Steam. For Lawyer's Memorial, just put her, she forgot income fired right away.
I'm here to die.
I would like to claim bullshit on that.
I'm taking fire
You
here.
better step up your game, Commander. Every shot counts. Oh, thought you could hide, eh? There's an art to what I do.
Suba. Todo cubierto.
I could do with you healing Rife.
Gremlin, medical detail.
You cannot get up
No need to ask twice.
in the action. Alright. It's probably best is if you stand behind the column.
First it's human bodies. Now we're finding Advent. Something tells me they didn't abduct these ones.
Looks more like a production facility to me. The configuration is different. Is it possible? Could this be where the Advent forces are coming from?
Nothing is beyond the realm of possibility when dealing with the aliens.
Can we not have this conversation right now?
Couldn't get through the armor.
I thought I moved him out of the range. You cannot move in a single turn and get anywhere that's reasonably defensible. So I'd like you to go there.
Go, go, go!
Up, down, over, around.
All set.
The Elders created you for this. Now it's time to prove your worth.
Son of a bee sting. Surprise, somebody's still in Overwatch. God damn it. Oh.
I suppose that's why the Elders want you back on the tactical side, Commander. Come out wherever you are.
I mean... Shite.
Ubicación confirmada.
There.
Got it!
You need to get out of this weapon range. Nowhere is great for getting out of this weapon range.
There is nowhere to hide.
How are we doing on the healing? Everybody's good. So...
All right, I'll go.
I'm on it. Go on already. Kill all the humans.
Bum, 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 bum. Ain't that just rude?
I'm having a vision. The most dangerous game? Hardly.
I mean, I'm also having a vision. It's... What am I gonna do when I shoot you?
Corriendo.
Could you not do that to my soldiers?
This is Avenger. Package is in range.
Oh my word. Can you get into a better place to shoot that guy? Seems like a reasonable place to shoot the guy from. God.
I can't let that happen again.
No, you really can't, because that person needs to die. Because any moment now, Boom Boom is going to start shooting us.
Happy now?
Welcome back, Boom Boom. Steal the prototype. Not sure why I'm stealing a prototype, but I am going to steal a prototype. Loyo might need a patch up. Ensure all the bad guys are dealt with before grabbing the package. Nah, I'm just gonna grab the package.
I would have thought you got the message about these Advent facilities, Commander. The Elders don't want you here, and I'm obliged to keep you out, if it means keeping them off my back.
We've got the Chosen right where we want them. It's time to strike.
I've got help coming, Commander. It's quiet time.
Piss off! Straight through a fracking wall.
Soldier down. Get them back on their feet on the double.
God damn it.
¿Qué hay ahí? Ha rebotado en el blindaje.
What? No. Any better position? Go
I
there.
guess that'll be okay.
And shoot that guy. I always do wonder why they've got to smash out the glass, why they can't just shoot through the glass.
You cannot run.
Unstun Boom Boom.
You're lucky I'm here.
And shoot that guy.
Hit the plate. I have little ammo remaining.
Yeah, take the shot. What's the worst that could happen?
Happy now?
Now we're just waiting for it to load up another message.
Commander, maybe I need to reconsider my tactics.
Excellent work, Commander. We may not have put them down for good, but at the very least, we've held off the Chosen for another day. Come get some!
Yeah, whatever.
Creo que deberías ver esto. Está muerto. Tiene que estarlo.
Death from above.
Estoy preparado.
Hey, Boom Boom, Wraith. Actually, Boom Boom and Wraith aren't looking too badly injured.
What's over there?
What's over there is, they really don't like their own building. I mean, potentially.
Looks Looks like they called in some friends.
It's just like the one.
Carefully! Preserve the specimen at all costs.
Confirmed acquisition of the package. Move to evac.
Huh?
Guess it's my turn.
Please tell me there's a door there. Okay, cool.
I'm going.
Alright, I do believe we need people to move. Advanced hair trigger, PCS advanced conditioning, chosen information, PCS superior focus. Gonna shadow you
My domain.
and move you along the outside of the building. We are going to move you over there.
Rolling out.
Action shot jumping through the window for no good reason.
Will do. Holding position. You can never
Tropas de
escape
Advent
my
avistadas.
sight.
Ajá, me muevo.
Bye.
Move, move, move!
Like you to get to there.
Moving out!
Whoop, 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 whoop. And you can go over there.
All over it.
Right, I need you to move up because you're right by the bad guys. But I was kind of expecting that. That's why you hidden.
No time to
Sneak away.
Standing fast. They're all over me.
Alright. How far is... you're a problem.
Venga, vamos, vamos.
Not even close. Gonna need to reload soon.
I need you to move behind that tree.
It is clear.
I want you to move God damn it, you're gonna lose sight of that person. Take a shot anyway. Don't get seen, don't get seen. Oh, you are not very good at that.
Okay, I'll go.
Supplies.
Check it before you get too close.
Alright. Enter. It's not the worst thing in the world. You have to get close because that's flamethrower. Ba to you too. Alright. Right. Weakened you up a bit. Now we get some death from above. Then he exploded. Alright, I would like you to move over there. And go into Overwatch for me.
Moving to Overwatch.
You need to reload. You need to move back. Right, let's start getting people out.
Getting out of here.
Whee!
Status confirmed. Target package in custody.
Freeze!
Missed.
For the love of everything that's holy and unholy, don't resist it. That's not resisting it.
Can't fight it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I really needed you not to be taken like that.
Let's rock. Bombs away.
Fire clicked on the rocket launcher. Guess not. Shoot.
No hace falta repetirlo.
I'm alright.
The time for hiding is over.
Please don't sting. Fuck.
Get out of my head.
Supongo que está bien. Afirmativo, cubriendo.
hell of a time for the execution to trigger.
On it. Getting out of here.
Iré por arriba.
I mean, you say it's going badly, but it's
Allí voy.
2 soldiers down. It's not great, but it's not the worst operation that I've ever seen.
I'll be there soon.
Just gonna end turn just in case something else terrible happens. Alright, you're getting out.
Returning as ordered.
Vale, voy.
You're getting out.
Hago las maletas.
And everybody is out.
We've got what we came for. Let's get clear of the area.
So 2 soldiers down.
Think the elders will like this one?
It's not great, but I'll take it.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or outreach programs. Voluntary citizen emigration numbers
Maybe the elders hoped the Chosen's constant jabbering would drive us to surrender without a fight.
Text. What do we have? Where's this? Where is this? Oh, okay. What was it? I can't remember exactly what it was. It was supposed to be said. I look at it right.
tired or hungry or just need a treat. Advent Burger, the place for meat.
There we go. Sweet. And we also lost Boom Boom. Unless RetroTed wants to customize the message. I do believe Debbie Debris Boom Boom was one of yours. We'll stay with that for now. Not sure if RetroTed's still around. Promotions! Sting. Fire a shot while in shadow, guaranteed to remain in shadow. Or this other thing that I can't select. Oh, there we go. Kill shots increase in crit chance by 5 up to a maximum of 20. I mean, let's go with the Sting. Stay in stealth. And Showtime gets Steady Hands. If you did not move your last turn, gain a +10 aim and +10 critical chance. Or Hunker Down now confers +20 aim to the first shot on the following turn. Huh. See, I think the hunker down is more useful because it's not often that I don't actually move the previous turn. I could have gotten more.
Within the confines of the suit we recovered, we have found what could very well be the prototype for Advent's seemingly limitless forces. Even focusing my efforts solely on this research, it will take a significant dedication of time and resources to fully analyze this specimen.
Alien data cache decryption. Having recently discovered an alien data cache storing valuable enemy intelligence, I can dedicate my team's resources to decrypting the file and ensuring that we will recover a large amount of intel stored within. Within the status suit recovered from the Advent Forge facility, we are detecting a humanoid organism of some kind. A new type of Advent soldier? An alien being heretofore unseen? Considering the level of security in place to protect this asset, it is surely important to the aliens, though it will take a while. Though it will take a thorough analysis to discover their ultimate intentions for it.
Your findings at the Forge facility are disconcerting, Commander.
New objective added.
Shadow project from that one.
Progress, Commander. I've updated
Now let's go back here and see if... Will you go away? Not now. There was a gorilla. I was totally doing the wrong thing. I meant to be doing that. Not the other one. So back out we go. And make utility items available, make weapons available, make armor available. Oh, that's something I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be naming people. Right, few soldiers. Right, Jolt can't be renamed. Carlos Gonzalez, he's not one of ours, is he?
Dr. Tigan thinks the aliens are trying to do in the facility we discovered. The Elders hacking up and modifying their armies is nothing new.
Because Mailing Zoo is Stationary J, definitely Karen Rossmar is me. Elena Dragunov is the named Reaper. We got Heidi Olsen. Oh, that's something I'm supposed to be doing. Customize. Character info. Nickname. Padre. Because it's Captain Padre, Padre, Padre. Right, so Zach McCracken. Who else do we have? We got Doc Carlotto Blanco, who is also not named yet. Okan. Yes. Nickname. Esquin. When I can spell. Although we do have Toby Shaw, Valentino Romano, and Zeung Lee. Right, so let's go with Carlos Gonzalez, who will be our Zap Brannigan. Not sure what the nickname should be. Showtime doesn't seem too bad. And we'll go for the Doc being the other guy, Zach McCracken. Okay, so that's everybody named up who's been purchased so far. Right, now let's get back to what I should be doing, which is this mission. Right. Stationary J is ready. Padre is not. So let's send out the Ice Queen. Doc, Zap Brannigan. I know. No, Doc, Zach McCracken. Who is bound to Valentino Romano. Got 2 grenadiers, that's not great. Brittany Shears. We really could do with somebody being a specialist out here, and I think that's the only specialist I've got available at the moment. Some people are really easy to kill. And we're missing a ranger. Victor Saltspire. Okay, so edit, loadout. We've now lost the exosuit. And the gun, apparently. God dang it. Weapon upgrade. I take the superior extended mag and the advanced hair trigger. Do I lose everything? I do, don't I? So I've lost the bleeding hell suit and I've lost the acid grenade. That mission cost me a lot. Doc will take the medikit. Oh, I've already... Oh, I'm missing a sniper, that's what I'm missing. I already brought in a specialist. Sharpshooter, bonded is to me, and I'm tired. I'm wounded. Sharpshooter, Toby Shore. There we go. Right. You get some hell we use. Just leave that mag cannon as it is. Build items. I want more hellweaves. So you get some hellweaves. You're a sharpshooter. You get some dragon rounds. And you... Where's the spider suit got to? I accidentally put it on somebody, didn't I? Make armor available. There's the spider suit. And saltpire. You get some hell leave as well. Alright. God dang it. Edit. Weapon upgrade. So you get a scope. Yeah, you can have a scope. You can have a hair trigger. And you can have an extended mag. I think we are good to go. Let's see how Brittany Shears does.
Squad green to deploy.
Terminal connected to the Advent network through one of their facilities in this area.
I gotta hack the workstation.
We think it may be possible to recover data critical to the aliens' latest
I hate these
operations.
missions.
Stop their progress, but we'll have to move fast. Advent is already working to close the connection. Remove enemy forces from the area. Lock
That
it
was
down,
not a crotch shot
recover
that I
data.
wanted.
S15, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
We've confirmed our previous readings, Commander. Be on alert for robotic enemies moving near that position.
Good to go.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Baby, shoot me one more time. I hate the take the chest missions. Yeah. They're not great, in my humble opinion. Especially with the timer.
Solid copy.
You know, I feel that those timers really do suck.
Headed there now. Eyes on the prize. No need to ask twice.
It's because I wasn't going to. You were either going to do it or I were going to have you executed. For an insubordination.
So.
Infiltrating access point.
I don't want this to fail, so I'm gonna just go for the 82% one. Oh, there we go.
Accessing system. Got it!
There we go. That's disabled the sensors over there. Giving you a chance to run over there.
Go. I've got enemy movement here.
Oh, that's happy fun time. Jesus Christ on a skateboard.
Roger.
One of the things that I really don't like is the fact that everybody is tied to the Overwatch or the concealment. Because as it stands, save effect, shooting the turrets, use explosives to blow the floor out under it. Yeah, because as it stands, basically this team over here and this team over here are pretty much independent. So what I'd really like to be able to do is have these guys so like start the party over here. And as part of the party starting over here, the enemies run over this way, but it immediately displaces the concealment on everybody. And so the enemy will just start running at the other guys because they're no longer concealed. First we go there.
Moving on target.
Then we go over there. Apparently them civilians can't see me.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
Yes, yes, we have confirmation.
Ordine ricevuto.
Where's that line of sight coming from? Oh, that'll be the turret, but it's not down there on the ground. Can we get you through there? And Doc, you're bringing up the rear over here. Alright, Pharaoh, I would like you to go there.
Position confirmed.
Just take an Overwatch. You're taking an Overwatch. You're moving up to that corner. Thought he was gonna run through the bleeding square there, and it was like, don't you bleeding dare.
Move, move, move.
Yeah.
On Overwatch.
Everybody go on Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Though I have a bad feeling they're gonna walk down the street, see these people, and then just everything's gonna kick off.
Menace 1-5. The Advent network is almost entirely locked down.
Yes.
We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
Alright. Please don't set off any alarms. Oh, what the fuck can see it? Or maybe the robot? I don't know. Wait, we can get to... It's funny, we can't get to that side because it'll set off the alarm, but if I go to this side of it, it won't set off the alarm. Now we can just hack the workstation.
Vediamo cosa c'è qui.
Clickety clacky, boop de boop. Discover a lead on an alien facility, 0% chance, or Avenger scanning times reduced by 50% for 4 weeks.
Ho accesso. Ecco la cavalleria.
Menace 1-5, confirm successful acquisition of the Advent data.
Why is that revealing my position?
On your position. Eliminate local opposition and any reinforcing troops.
This is terrible. Yep, nicely done, and then we get shafted up the arse because, you know, the game decides, oh, that was a detectable thing. Now kill everybody.
Get it together.
Plus I'm going to shoot the barrel if you're dumb enough to stand next to it. 65, 53, 47, 41. Apparently that long shot is a shot to take. Oh. Did that kill him? I don't think it did. No, it didn't. Right.
Good copy. Moving on target. Hit the armor.
God dang it. Yeah, bullshit. It's one of them where it's like, this could have been a very sort of like interesting get in, get out, no witnesses, stole the data, great stuff. As it stands, it's all like get in, get shafted, hopefully somebody gets out of this alive.
They're repositioning on us!
That looks fatal. Oh look, mental shadow bomb thing. I know. Just getting shot at.
Enemies on the move! They're flanking us! I'm looking ugly over here!
They're shifting their attack. That would hurt a little. Forze Advent avvistate.
Oh yeah, if we weren't screwed enough already. Yeah, don't be stood next to that van. Oh wait, no. Straight up van just explodes. Son of the bee sting. Oh my.
Target still up!
Of course the target stop, you fucking missed it.
What's over there? I got it, right?
You can't handle me.
You could be a pain in my ass. Everything can be a pain in my ass. God damn it.
In movimento.
Same vehicle can't blow up twice, right?
Ora innocuo.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
At least we know where they are.
Are you disappearing off too? Miss. Alright, don't miss. Oh. Piss.
Mi hanno presa.
What the fuck is a raft cannon? I have a feeling you don't want to be there.
Mi muovo verso le coordinate.
Dodge it. Dodge it.
Stanno sparando.
Continue to dodge things. Surprise. Move before its next turn. I figured that might be the case. Alright, let's heal up Valentina Romano. Because you, my friend, got fucked up. Really could do with you being dead. I could really do with you hitting something with a hit chance above 50. Now is not the time for missing.
Gonna need to reload soon.
Hostiles pacified.
Well, you're in a terrible position, but you should survive it.
Here I come.
If they love Viking, I'm guessing if they live, they can have the call sign Jammy Dodger. I mean, I suppose if they do fall in love, they can also have a call sign Jammy Dodger. Ah, fuck. Did a little bit more damage than I was expecting. What the f... I'm pretty sure that monstrosity just managed to shoot one of my guys. Can't find out because it's currently the enemy's turn. Yeah. The dock is out. So I've currently got Ice Queen and Pharaoh. That's it. I'm calling bullshit on this one. Your guy who missed everything got splatted.
Cover the flanks.
What? Here you go, back to this one. Bum 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 bum. I'm still tempted to go back on that mission, just gonna go in with a little bit more preparedness. Everybody's not bleeding, ready. No, don't do that. Make utility items available, make weapons available, make armor available. Stationary J, Ice Queen, Zach McCracken, Brittany Shears. Do we need 2 sharpshooters? I don't need 2 sharpshooters. Victor and taking 2 heavy weapon people. No, don't upgrade the weapon. Don't upgrade that either. I want loadout, that's what I want. 1 spider suit. 1 assault rifle. 1 hellweave. You get a hellweave, you get a grenade. You get a mag cannon, remind me to do your mag cannon. You get a fancy gun, you get a mag kit. You get a fancy gun, you got the advanced sciamp, you got some hellweave. You have fire rounds, you don't get a hellweave. Oh, piss and shit. You get hell leave. Right. Edit. Your personal combat stims. Defense conditioning, weapon upgrade, available slots will include a hair trigger and a superior extended magazine. You will get extended magazine. And a scope. You'll also get a personal stem. Alright, you've got a PCS. You've got a PCS. You did not have a PCS. You do not have a PCS. You get a dodge. 'Cause boy, do you need to dodge. Alright. Let's try this one again from the top. The thing is, thanks to the roguelike random generation of the missions, this might actually drop me somewhere different. But I'm gonna save it at the start. I don't know when the missions get seeded. Whether it's when they first appear, which would be the ideal place for them to seed if they didn't want saves coming.
Methods of intercepting the aliens' data on their latest operation. And it looks like he's found the location of an exposed terminal we could gain access to. Fortunately, Advent is already in position attempting to freeze the connection.
Any aim PCS stack about 6 of them on the doctor. Yeah.
Secure the area and recover that data. We have to stop
Is this the same place? This is actually the same. No, this is different. It's slightly different.
Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
We've confirmed our previous readings, Commander. Be on alert for robotic enemies moving
It's just
near that
this was this side of the room. Right, so everybody's going to be going the same way.
Copy that.
Hey, civilians.
Rolling out.
Solid copy.
Grapple out.
I was going to say keep your squad together. I am going to be keeping the squad together. It's just this guy for the most part is going to be eyes in the sky.
Eyes on the prize.
Bene.
I didn't save it, did I? I was going to save it just in case it ended up going mission arse. If it goes sideways,
Copy that.
I don't want to have to learn a new map again. So to speak. Like how that vehicle technically doesn't exist. You can either be this side of it or be this side of it. Right. Surprise!
We've been spotted.
Oh, you think you just shot somebody? Please make it count. Close enough.
I definitely got that one.
That's affirmative. Need to get a closer look. No longer a threat.
Alright, move up.
Yoshisono.
Move up.
Snapping off.
Go grab that stuff.
10-4.
Oh, I don't really need it excessively, but I'm greedy. And it's there as an option, so I'm grabbing it. Another room cure, great stuff.
So here it is. Rolling out.
Do 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 do.
Accessing system.
See what we got. That's not a really useful thing. Failed hack will result in any enemy. They already know where I am. Go for that. Be better at it, Doc! You are totally useless at everything! They already know where I am, so it's not exactly a problem that... Oh, alerted to your location.
Didn't get control.
Oh, you think?
On the move.
Finally.
Surprise!
You see that?
Yes, I saw it. I ordered you to do it, and you did it. Congratulations. Oh, what route are you taking?
Okay, me muevo.
Please miss.
Took some damage here.
That didn't miss. Make it count.
Armor still holding.
Keep thinking that thing is a turret. I think it's some kind of video camera. Dark Heel Victor. You get into some kind of cover. You get over to that building.
Will do. Ci vado subito. Affermativo.
Overwatch. Menace 1-5. The Advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time.
I would like you, Central, to suck on my big toe.
Advent troops spotted. We're close.
Where were they? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Exposed access point.
Oh, shit.
Ready to rock.
A free reloads on that fucking thing.
Now.
Surprise, you broke out through the wrong window.
Tired of waiting around. You can't handle me.
Affirmative.
Ah, ba 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 ba.
Moving to position. Got it covered.
Watch the flanks. They're moving.
That one hurt.
Please survive. Ha, you missed.
Incoming fire.
Tell my kids I...
Fucking hell. This off. Jesus Christ. Oh, you think?
Go, help him out.
Healer mode. Hard target, minimal damage.
Mi muovo. Bersaglio inerme.
Which one's the alien?
Let's do this.
Shred him. And reinforcements have arrived just in time to fuck up my day.
Advent troops here. That one hurts a little. Si stanno muovendo. Ho subito danni. L'incendio sta peggiorando.
1-5, the Advent network terminal is shutting down. This is your last chance to secure the data.
Central. Little busy here.
Just slowing me down. Let's move already.
Deflection!
This is a terrible idea.
Hillbot coming through!
Alright, I need you to hack this and then run away.
Check.
What do we got? Reduce the contract cost of any nearby region. Or reduce the time to research and tech. Go for it. Well, that didn't quite work, did it? Wasn't expecting it to.
Hack the planet.
Right.
We've
Now.
confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Yep, I will knife fight a gigantic robot, and I don't care. Ah shit, forgot about Overwatch. Son of a bitch.
We put our soldiers through a lot. They'll need time to deal with these issues when we get back.
Could you stop messing? I mean, to keep firing, but stop messing. Oh, that is bullshit.
Primary target. If we fail to establish control of the AO, we risk losing resources, but we're taking heavy losses. We should consider giving up the AO and pulling out the squad.
You should figure out that all I need is a fucking data and we can just bug out of here. Everywhere that you can move is terrible.
On your order.
X-ray neutralized.
The fact that that didn't kill any of them is bullshit. I don't think I can change the difficulty from here. Yes, exit without changes. I didn't change anything.
I'm ready. Scanning.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the easiest difficulty.
I'm on it. Overwatch.
I have the high ground in the advantageous position. I'm not fucking moving.
On Overwatch.
Surprise, bitches. God damn it, J Station.
It's still moving.
Okay, seeing as though you don't have the advantageous position, this is a terrible place to be.
Target eliminated.
That is not a place that you want to go to. Fuck it.
Went off the armor.
All Xcom operatives are dead or MIA. I'm returning to base.
Gonna restart.
Harden your heart against
Probably gonna go for an alternative mission other than that one, because that is just
and the
bullshit.
elders. They are no longer your brothers and sisters.
Oh,
They
shut up, you.
rejected us all. The mo-
I thought we were ready. I'll have to work harder. We'll all have to work harder.
I realize the conditions you are operating under.
Change difficulty, Rocky. So, our other alternatives is New Arctic. So actually taking the piss to a certain degree is that's the only one that has a moderate difficulty. New Arctic is difficult, as is New Brazil. But New Chile Chile is moderate. Recover an item from the advent vehicle. Let's see what all this
for
goes.
the Arctic territories.
Pretty sure that was a UFO looking for me then. Also, I'm pretty sure we just went the long way around.
We're going to keep this one quiet, Commander. We'll have to limit the squad size to 3 of our best units.
Why are we keeping it quiet, Central?
Without additional support.
Give me one good reason why we're supposed to be keeping this quiet. And why weren't we keeping the last mission quiet? Sneak in, grab the data, sneak out. No, apparently that triggers everybody just to fuck me over. Do 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 do. I'm not expecting a response from them. It's just one of them where it's all like, the fact that they're sort of like, you don't get any choices in how you're supposed to be doing things, which I can kind of understand. In terms of, you know, you get you get told what to do and that's it, you're doing it. But at the same token, it's just the ones that don't make sense. You know, it's all like, get in, steal the data, get out. Would have been a nice mission. Could have probably done it. And I feel that it's more in tune with being a guerrilla force. If it was get in there and wipe everybody out, that I can accept as well. But when it's get the data within 7 turns and then murder everybody, it's all like, why so much for one mission? You get shafted is the term you're looking for, yeah.
Capturing the data from that vault is the only way we're going to slow down their project. We need to secure the surrounding area, lock down the assets, and eliminate any hostile forces left nearby. Menace 1-5, we've got a bead on the Advent data vault near your position. Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed. If we're going to keep this one quiet, Commander, we'll have to limit the squad size to 3 of our best units. Let's hope they can get the job done without additional support.
Heading there now. Got him covered. Got it covered. Eyes on hostile squad.
Will do.
Love how oblivious some civilians are.
System infiltration in progress.
Hack the planet.
I don't care if you hack the planet, I just want you to hack that one bleeding machine. Do yourself a favour and get down there.
Understood. Moving out.
Solid copy.
Got it. Moving.
Bum 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 bum.
Good to go.
Oh, piss.
Our gremlins can attempt to access the Advent network from here. We might be able to hack their systems and get an advantage. But be careful. If they detect us, things will only get worse.
Got it. Moving.
I would love for you to get some more altitude.
Understood. Moving out. Affirmative. Covering now.
Hostiles making the rounds.
You can no longer move.
Moving out. Eyes on the prize.
Very carefully.
Objective in sight.
Open the door.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire.
I was just going to leave it in there, Central.
Closing on target position now.
Yeah, I've seen it now. I've seen everything.
I'll try it.
Now, was that done really quietly?
Why am I on target duty?
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining
Surprise!
near the AO.
Doc, I swear down one of these days you're going to hit something. Look, I could do with you really not being there.
Need to get a closer look. Taken care of.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Enemies on the move! They're flanking us! Let's do this.
Jesus Christ on a skateboard. When Doc hits 88 miles per hour, you'll see some serious shit. I mean, yes, we will. Because Doc, without some kind of vehicle, should not be hitting 88 miles an hour.
I'm on it.
Could you die? Thanks.
X-ray neutralized. They're moving around the side.
I hate the psionic bombs.
I might need some help.
You're gonna die. 'Cause I can't move you out of a psionic bomb now. Duck your bait. Dodge.
Go medical.
Come on, give me my turn.
Moving.
Blah 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 blah.
Here I come. Only winged him.
We'll finish the job. God dang it. Could you just stop doing that?
Alright, that one hurt.
Miss. God, I didn't miss.
Menace 1-5, we've lost control of the package. Recover it at all costs. We can't afford to lose that material to the aliens. Incoming fire!
Miss.
Taking heavy fire! Ready to go!
Do you get free reload? You do not.
No longer a threat.
God dang it. There's nowhere for me to go.
Good copy. Moving on target. Lock in.
You get a free reload at least? You do.
On the move.
Suck on it.
Hostile target down.
Whatever you do, miss. Thank you.
I'm pinned down here. They got me flanked.
You can miss as well. Oh, that stings.
Throw in the hook.
%89% chance to hit and a 73% chance to crit. Please crit. Thank you.
Went off the armor.
That didn't kill him though.
Heading out.
Fuck it, it'll do. Yes, psionic bomb. Miss.
Incoming fire.
Miss.
They're all over me. Kill confirmed. Hard target, minimal damage. Moving to position. I'm ready.
Instant reloads for the win.
Hostile terminated.
That goes off. And that guy burns to death.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Think I'll take it. I mean, we lost Ice Queen. Well, that was some extra levels of bullshit.
Even now, our enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy all we have built, to return us to the chaos of the old world. Only together can we oppose them. United in the Elders' love for us, we...
That was rough. This entire part was just rough. I'm sorry, my cat. I'm gonna have to take it. It's just twice on that last mission with 6 people and no chance. This one I get one lucky.
Making it easier for them to catalog our people.
Execution shot and take out the sector pod. This thing looks like something. This thing looks like something Zerf's military planners would have dreamed about controlling 20 years ago. Heavy armor, advanced weapon systems, and yet still reasonably maneuverable in the field. Once we pull it apart, I'm hoping we'll find a means of improving our own gremlin designs.
Hello, Commander.
She was not amazing in battle. But Tish. Stationary J acquired the trait Fear of Mutons. Don't know why. There was no mutons in that level. Nobody's ready to go to the infirmary and work out their issues. God, that's been rough. I mean, I have a feeling at some point I'm gonna have to buy some more units.
Advent propaganda continues to spread the message of dissident attacks. But this is the voice of the resistance, telling you not to believe that.
So when was your mission finished?
Everything they've got to take back what is rightfully.
My cat. Pretty sure you mentioned 2036.
The elders have taken a great deal from our.
But I can't remember the other two digits, and also I think the other two digits. Also, you'll have to tell me whether it's American or English. Because I'm in 2035. The 7th of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August. 7th of August. Yours was 22nd of February. September, October, November, December, January, February. I got 6 months. It's in Yank, I converted it, yeah. I got another 6 months. And I've been playing for 3, roughly. Although, yeah, I'm not sure, because I think it was a while before I lost anybody. But at the same token, I've not really been concentrating on... Because one of the things that you can do in this game, because I like doing a lot of the research in terms of... Will you shush? You know, doing a lot of the other research as well as the required research. Also, once you get the required research, if you need to make something, you can jump on it straight away. You can collapse the time down a fair bit.
Perhaps the next time we sit down.
You're recruited. Nope. Yeah, you can be recruited. Hans. I've lost Hans. There he is. Pretty sure that guy should be wearing some armor. Like a mask. Let's jump me to the top of the list. So put Hans, wherever he is, back at the top of the list. Jacques Laurent. There we go, I got some more soldiers. Let's... Brittany Shears is already in there. No. I don't know why I'm coming back to this. I don't think I've done anything so far this session. All I've done is tried to grab these alien allies, got one mission, went and did the wrong thing, and then did what I was supposed to be doing, and that is it, I believe. It's the entirety of this session. Oh well. I think we did a lot of research right at the start of the game as well. End of session 9. End of session 9. Wee. Alright, thank you as always for joining me this evening. It's been fun. Yep, it's one of them. I get very frustrated at this game because it's like, well, you just give me a freaking break. But I do enjoy it. Even though I sometimes express myself aggressively when I do so. I will be continuing on XCOM 2 on Thursdays. On Fridays, I am back doing Resident Evil or Hitman 3. I need to double check what that's going to be this week. I've not heard any news, and I usually get some kind of news, but need to double check on that before Friday. If it's not Hitman 3 with an elusive target, it will be Resident Evil 4. Regardless of what happens on Friday, there's a reasonably good chance that Magcat and J-Station are going to be joining me in the audios. Next week, Monday, you will be able to find me over on Manapot Studios, where I GM a Starfinder Adventure Path, Fly Free or Die, in a stream we call All That Glitters Explodes. Please do join me for that. We're about at the end of Book 1. Before we take a brief hiatus to reevaluate our position in light of the Paizo incident. And then on Tuesday, I will be starting off streaming Final Fantasy XIV Online, where I will be playing with my friend Crit Commissions for at least 7 weeks, and then we're going to see how that goes in terms of how well it streams. So yes, that is everything, I think. Yes. Raiding. Are we going to raid anybody this evening? That's the question. I don't think I raid too many people on this Tuesday. There's not as many people streaming that I tend to know. And I tend to prefer to raid people that I know. Although, actually, we do have Krifu Banal playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So we are going to go over there and say hi. So if you are Louisois, is the server. But yes, yeah, join me in raiding Krifu Banal, and I hope to see you all next time. Daddy bye.